Hi guys, my name is Cara, I'm a teaching artist, and welcome to Imagine with IlluminArt. Now for those who know me, hi, I miss you guys. I guess we can all agree on the fact that we're all going a little crazy during quarantine. We miss our friends, we miss our family, we miss hugging people, we miss going on coffee dates and celebrating with barbecues. So I'm here today to make your days a little more brighter and a little less mundane. But before we get into anything, I wanted to take a moment to do some stretches so we can get into our bodies. I think one thing that I've really learned during this time away from the world is that I only get one body, one mind, and one life. And I really need to be more in tune with myself. So I need to thank myself more for doing the things that keep me happy and keep me sane. And stretching and meditation is just one of the ways that I thank myself. Alright, so let's get up on our feet and get our circulation moving. Place your feet below your hips and make sure your toes are pointing forward. Your arms should be at your sides and you should be in a very neutral position. Roll around your feet to get your balance. And then when you're ready, put your arms out to the side with one palm facing the ceiling and the other palm facing the floor. Now gently start switching your palms back and forth, making sure that they're always facing opposite. Don't forget to breathe gently and deeply. Stand as straight and tall as you can, and allow your chest to push forward and open up your heart. Okay, now let's raise our hands above our heads and clasp our hands together, and stretch your arms out to the sky and let your spine remain tall. Breathe in deep and feel your lungs and ribs expand, and on a slow exhale, let your sides deflate. Let's do that a couple of more times. Breathe in deep and slowly let it all out. Breathe in one more time and slowly back out. One more time. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to your side. Next, hold onto a chair or the wall beside you. This is not about balance. So take your right foot and start pointing and flexing it. And then when you're ready, start circling your right foot to the right in big circles. And then circle it to the left all around. And next, put the top of your toes onto the floor so the top of your foot is literally facing the floor. And just add a little pressure to stretch out the top of your foot and your ankle. Beautiful. Now let's do the left side. So take your left foot and flex and point it. And when you're ready, start circling your foot to the right. And then circle it to the left. And just like before, you want to take the top of your foot and place it onto the floor and put a little bit of pressure onto the foot. This relieves some pressure from your ankles. And when you're done, just go back into neutral position. Alright, so the activity that we'll be doing today is, drum roll, drawing. Honestly, I haven't drawn in so long, and then the quarantine happened, and it's just another thing that I do to pass the time. I'm warning you, I'm not good whatsoever, so please, this is a judgment-free zone. And you don't have to be good at drawing either, but trying is the key to this whole activity. What you're going to need is a piece of paper or construction paper, anything that you can draw on. Some markers and crayons would be good, pencil, pen, anything that you want or anything that you have laying around is perfectly fine. Now, before we get into the drawing part, let's all just take a moment and close our eyes for a second. Relax your face and just breathe. I want you guys to think about all the different points in your life, the important ones, the life-changing points. So far, what have been the highlights? Was it when you went to school for the first time? Or when you finally graduated with that degree you worked so hard for? Was it finding your life best friend and all the memories you've created with them? What about when you got your first pet? Was it meeting your favorite teacher or becoming an older sibling, becoming their life mentor in some aspect? Or was it meeting the love of your life and realizing that no one has ever made you laugh as hard as they do? Now, open your eyes. Okay, with these things in mind, pick 3 of the most important highlights of your life. One from early childhood or teenagehood, one from adulthood, and one that's maybe a little more recent. So what we're going to do here is that on this piece of drawing material, you're going to write down the 3 highlights that you chose. Make sure you leave space between each highlight so that you have drawing room. And then using whatever you have, coloring wise, you can draw out that highlight. And just remember, some of us aren't artists, so don't put pressure on yourself and have fun with it. And let's keep this on a symbolic scale. If you're really, really good at drawing, then be as literal as you want it to be. If not, then again, have fun with it. Are there colors that represent how you felt in that moment in your life? Are there shapes that might symbolize a person or a location or some type of job that you had? If you fell in love, I would use the color red of some sort, right? If I got my first car for the first time, what was the color of my first car and how would I draw that out? If I was a veteran and I went to war or I fought for this country, maybe I would use the colors from my uniform to display that point in my life. And also think about this as a picture that's going to represent where you've been, what you've done, and where you want to go. Just remember that you can be as literal or as abstract as you want it to be. This is your creation, this is your project, and I fully support everything that you're doing. So I'm going to do all of this with you guys, and I'll be right here the entire time. Okay, so I'm all done drawing. I'm gonna show you guys what I made. No judgment, please. Again, I'm not a good drawer. I use a lot of colors and like to symbolize things and a lot of shapes. That's about it. I cannot draw people or buildings or anything else. Okay, so the first highlight that I chose was meeting my childhood best friend when I was 5. And she actually has red hair. And she's the only redheaded person that I know. So I used orange and a little bit of red to kind of symbolize her famous red hair. And I drew these 2 circles. And I drew circles because circles is kind of like a forever thing. It's similar to an infinity sign. A circle, its lines always meet and it's continuous, and it just symbolizes this circle of life. She's my forever best friend, so that's why I drew 2 circles, one representing me and one representing her. So my second highlight was when I was 19, my father passed away, and I kind of drew just, you know, like it starts out obviously like, I feel like gray and black symbolizes like some type of grief and sadness, but I didn't want it all to be sadness, so I ended up drawing brighter colors, like kind of showing this as some type of afterlife, some type of heaven. There's again another circle, that's like a circle of life type of thing that I'm doing, and it's yellow and it's shooting out, you know, a rainbow, and there's like birds in the background, something beautiful that I wanted to draw, because with life there's death, can't have one without the other, and there's some type of beauty in that. Then my last one, something recent, I'm learning to play the ukulele. Now I play the piano, I can play the flute, I can play the tenor saxophone, and I've kind of been out of touch with music for a very long time, so during quarantine I decided to start learning how to play ukulele, and I'm very happy getting back in touch with my music side. So I draw some music notes, and again a circle, drew some colors. The yellow I don't know, is like a bright color, like I get a good feeling when I see the color yellow, and I think it portrays something good, so I used purple and yellow. Purple's my favorite color, so I just picked that. But yeah, so I symbolized the music with the music notes, and voila. So now that we're all done with that, let's get into part 2. I was thinking we can pull from each of the 3 drawings that we made and create a bigger picture, kind of like a symbol, one symbol of our life. You can maybe take a color that you wanted from one picture or a shape that you made from the other and literally just mash it together. Just go for it, and remember to stay creative and judgment-free. Don't judge yourself, and just have fun with it. Again, I'm going to be here with you guys drawing, and then I'll show you guys what I made afterwards. this is my finished product. As you can see, I brought in the rainbow from my father's drawing. I also brought in this little globe of light. It looked like a sun in the other drawing, but I feel like it was more than just a sun. And then I brought in, you know, the two circles that represent me and my best friend, and the music notes I put into the circles. That's it. I really like the idea of circles being literally a circle of life, considering we're drawing our lives and it's always continuous and it never ends. It always just picks back up and things always connect, and we always find ourselves in the middle of all of that without realizing it. It's honestly really crazy what you can do when you just sit down and have the time to do it, right? During this quarantine, I've seriously been alone with my cats and my thoughts. I've been doing a lot of reflection on my life, where I've been, where I'm going, and where I want to be. And this drawing that we all made might seem silly to others, but let it be a reminder of all of your achievements, harder times that you've survived that made you stronger, and the happiest times of your life. And just remind yourself to keep moving through your life, especially during a time like this, with purpose, creativity, and inspiration. And if you want to share what you've made with us, below this video are all of the platforms that you can reach us on. Or if you want to post it on social media, just make sure you use the hashtag ImagineWithIlluminArt. This has been so much fun, and I really hope you guys had as much fun as I did. But I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys also reflect on maybe what you drew. Maybe show your family, show your friends. Don't forget to stay creative and stay inspired. Bye.